Hello students, welcome back to the C programming lecture series. I Kirti Sharma, am working as an assistant professor in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurugram. Today in this lecture, we will discuss the further topics related to the pointers, like pointer arithmetic, pointer to function, then pointers to array of the functions. So how can we use the application of the pointers with different things like arithmetic operators and with the functions and array of the functions? How can we use pointers? So one by one we will cover these things. So before starting with these things, I want to give you the short summary of the question or the program that I have given you in the last lecture as an assignment. So it's important to understand this particular program in order to get the better understanding regarding pointers. So first, let's discuss this that program. That was your assignment task. After that, we will do continue with these topics. So this was the program that I have given you as a assignment task, right? So here in this program, what it is happening in the line 1 here, as I've mentioned here, line 1, line 2. So in the slash comments we have written the line number in order to execute like what particular line is performing which task. So it is mentioned over here. So int a, this is an array declaration, you know very well, and declaration and initialization both are there. So some values are there, the 6 values of the array that we have mentioned here, right? So in the array, so array declaration, array initialization, how many space allocated to this array? Size is 10, but we have stored the 6 values only here, right? So this was the about array. Next is this p is a variable, or you can say p is a pointer to array. So we have used some subscript. So preferences we have already seen in the last lecture. How can we read this particular line? Like p is a star is representing pointer and the subscript representing array. P is a pointer to array, right? So here some variables, some values are assigned here, which consist of like a plus 1, a plus 2. So integer values are there, but here you no need to confuse like a plus 1, a plus 2 is given in the a is alphabet here. No, this consists of the address of a here, right? So this pointer value, this is assigned here, pointer p with array, it consists of the address of array a, right? So this a plus 1, a plus 2, we will see these things later with the help of like pictorial diagram. This is another pointer to pointer here, double pointer, in which we are assigning what? P. This p is what? This one p, and it will consist of address of this p, right? So in double pointer pp, what it is there? Address of p is there. Indirectly we are saying this particular thing is pointing to the a array, and this double pointer is indicating the p here. So what we are doing here, pp plus plus, that means this pp plus plus is the increment operator here. So post increment we have taken here. So what it's mean actually, here we have some explanation part. So a is consist of 6 values. Address we have taken like 200 is the address of this particular location, index value 202. Why we have taken 200, 202, 204? Because integer consists less having the 2 bytes memory location. So in this particular slot, for this particular slot 2 byte memory, then plus 2 is there. Next slot 2 byte memory, so 202. So next 204. That's why we have taken the gap of the 2 to 2. So difference in between them is 2. So because we have the integer data type which having 2 byte memory reserved for values, whatever you are trying to store in that array variable or at that particular slot. Okay, so these are the addresses of the a, and these are the values stored in the array a. Now p is a pointer. What it is doing, some address will be there, like we have assigned a plus 1, a plus 2, a plus 3 and so on, some at some memory address. So let's assume these are the memory address 300, 302, 304, same 2 difference is there. Why? Because it is also of integer data type. So what we are doing here, a at the place of a, we are having what? The address of a. What is the address of a here? 200 starting address. This is an a plus 1 address is 202. So it is having the address 202. So index value we are taking as a plus 1, a plus 2, a plus 3. As it is mentioned here, if I am writing here a0, this is the 0th index of the a array, right? You can also write the same thing as like this, a plus 0, a plus 0. Both the things are same. This is a different way to write the array indexing. So if you want to access particular location in the array, either you can write as like this or this one. Both are the same things. So a plus 1, a plus 2 are the simple indexing. Like a1, you can write a1 as a plus 1. So here we are trying to access the a array. So this pointer p is there. So what it p is having the address of a. So a array a 200, a plus 1, first index address is 202, second index address is 204. So each and every slot of the p consists of address of a itself, right? So what about the pp? pp is having the address of p. We already know in the program it is mentioned here, pp is having the p. So p is what? P's address. What is the p's address? 300. So it consists of 300. So in this pp slot there is a 300. So indirectly with the help of arrows we have mentioned here like what it's mean actually. Okay. So what about the next? Like to access the a0, we need to point the pointer a. What it's mean? What it's mean actually, this a0 value, what it a0 100. Either you can write 100 or star a, pointer a. So value at that address is 100 itself. So you can write anything. So pointer p0, it's also indicating the same thing. p0, what is p0? p0 is 300 place, right? What is the value at the 300? 200. That means 200 address. What is there at the 200 address? That is the meaning of this. What is pointer meaning? Like pointer p variable, then what is the value at that particular address which is storing in that? So what is the address stored here? 200. So we have to trace the value which is stored at the 200. So this value will be considered as the address of any other variable. What is that 200? 100. So it will show you what? 100 itself. All these things will show you the same address, like same value 100. Either you can write this one, or double pointer p plus 0, double pointer pp plus 0. Everything is same, just syntax is different. In competitive exam it will help you a lot. Most wanted things these are. So focus on the things like which is same, what is different. If you know the very clean concept, like concept of the pointers in clean way, so it will become very easy to understand each and every language for you. You can understand any language because pointer is little bit like different or difficult, you can say. If you are taking it like from basic onwards, then it will become easy, same thing. So just focus on the basic things, it will become easy. Like if you will directly see these kind of stuff like star star p plus 0, star star pp plus 0, you will see like it will become very complicated. But if you know what it's mean, all these are same things. If you know the basics, then it will become easy for you. Okay. So this is the explanation part of this particular question. You can trace it. So what we have first like what it's mean, a0 is the array access, like simplest first element of the array you want to access. Star a means since a store the address, it shows the address of the first element of the array, and we can access its value by using indirect pointer on it, right? So same thing this one. If a0 is to be accessed by using pointer p to it, then indirect point operator you can use on the first element pointer array, right? Same thing here. So you can see the explanation part for the same. So it will become easy to understand to you. So same thing here. What it will print actually, if I were coming here pp plus plus, so what it is doing, pp plus plus, what it is doing, what is the value of pp here? Address of p, that is 300, right? So pp plus plus, that means you are incrementing whatever is the value of pp. So what is the value of pp? It will increment it by 1. So it will become 302. So what is next here? What is next here? Printf PP minus P. What is the value of PP and what is the value of P here? PP is 300. Like, let's see here, this particular thing. PP. What is the value of PP? Here what we have done, these are the things. Let us consider 300 is the PP. So PP address point to the 300. Line number 4, increasing the PP by 1. PP increment was there. So it will become 302. I have already mentioned you, right? It will become 302. I have mentioned here na. So it will become what? 302 after increment. Now what is the value of PP? 302. Minus what is the value of P? P's value is 300. As we know very well, this is the 300, right? So 300, like it will come here 2. Now you have to divide it by 2. Why is it so? If we are getting it here like 302 minus 300 divided by 2, because we have the binary slots here, so each and every pointer will be having the 2 bytes here, so that's why we have divided it by 2. If you will take the float point values floating, then you have to divide it by 4. So it's up to you. If you are taking integer, then you need to divide it by 2. It is only in the case of pointers, because pointer will take the space according to the values that you are entering here. So integer value, that's why it's divided by 2. So what space, like what will left over here? 1. So 1 will be printed here, right? So next thing, what it was here? Next, what we have to print? Star PP minus A. What is the value of star PP? Star PP value. What is the 302 at 302? At 302, what is the value? 302 value consists of 202. As it is mentioned here, na? Where it is? There. 302. This is the space. What it is there? 202. So pointer is representing what is the value at that space. A value is 202. So star PP value is 202. Next, what we have? A. A value is 200, we know. So 202 minus 200 divided by 2. Again, it will come 1. Next, what we have to print? We have to print there star PP, right? Star PP, double pointer PP. So what it is there? 302 is a PP, star PP is 202, we already know. And what is the value at that particular point? 206. 200, like we are pointing pointer to a pointer. Again it will point and 206 will print here, right? After this. So this was all about how to print these things. So this is the explanation part. You can track the same things in order to print out the remaining things here. So if you have any doubt in this particular thing, I have repeated it because it's important to understand. So try it once again and you will get the clarity. If you're still having any doubt, I have some explanation part here. You can take the screenshot and I will share you the content also. So you can understand from this very well. So this is the explanatory part for the complete program. I hope it will give you the clarity. So this one is the output that will be there in the last of the program. Okay. So next we have today's topic as a pointer arithmetic. So what is pointer arithmetic? As we know, arithmetic operators are addition, subtraction, multiplication and all. Here we will discuss the arithmetic operations on the pointers like increment operator, decrement operator, addition, subtraction, comparisons one by one. Okay. First we have increment pointer. What about increment pointer? Increment means it will increase the value by 1, pointer value by 1. So and decrement will decrease the value by 1. So in arithmetic operator, we have some rules to increment the pointer here. If you have new address, what will be the new address? Current address plus I multiply by size of data type. That will be the new address of the pointer. That is the incrementing scene here. Normally you can do increment like doing plus 1 in the value, but here in the pointer increment there is some rules here to increase the pointer value, to do the increment in the pointer value, right? So it depends on the 30-bit your architecture, like computer is 32-bit based or 64-bit. So if you're 32-bit taking, then it will take the incremented by 2 bytes, and it is of 64, then it will take the integer, in case of integer variable, 4 bytes. So it's up to you. So here I am taking the example on the basis of 64-bit architecture. Let's assume your system is of 64-bit architecture. This is a program in order to understand the concept of increment operator in case of pointers. So no need to confuse. We are talking here about the pointers. So here p number is simple variable having the value 50. This is a pointer to integer, and this p is consist of what? Address of number. So whatever is the address of number, it will be there in the p. So what we are trying to print here, address of the p variable is percentage u will indicate the address. Unsigned bit for we can use the percentage u. P will indicate if you directly without asterisk symbol pointer you are using the p, it will show you the address. If you are putting the asterisk symbol, it will show you the value at that particular address. So it will show you the address and it will update the address by 1. So whatever is the address, let's assume this is the address of the p. It will do the increment in the address, and after increment, address of the p will become what? Here it will not do the +1 here, it will do the +4 here. Why? Because we are I've already told you system is 64-bit. In case of 64-bit, if you are declaring the integer variable, in case of pointers it will take the 4 byte space, and in case of 32-bit it will take 2 byte space. So for the integers, in case of pointers, there are the two things. For 32-bit system it will take 2 byte memory, for 64-bit system it will take 4 byte memory here, right? So we no need to write here like +4, no, it will be wrong. You have to write here +1 only, it will update it by default by 4 byte space, because by default pointer size is for 64-bit is 4 byte. Okay, so it was all about the example of increment operator. Same as like this, we have one more example in order to get better understanding. So you can do it yourself, like traversing of an array by using the pointers. This is an array and this is a pointer which having the address of the array. So by default it is having the address of this particular first element. Int I is used for like traversing each and every array element with the help of pointer. So you can traverse all the elements of the array with the help of pointer itself. So here we are taking I as a variable for doing the increment 0 to 5, 0 to 4. It will do increment because 5 elements already covered, 0 to 4. Again, one by one it is printing the value here. What it's mean, just mark it percent. If you are writing here asterisk symbol p plus I, this one is equals to asterisk symbol p of I, this indexing value. Both of these are same actually. Okay, so I value is if 0, then you can write p plus 0. What is the p? Address of p here. So whatever is the address of p, it will be plus 0 it will be there, plus 1 it will be there. So index value at 0, index value at 1, index value at 3 up to 4. So it will trace each and every value. An asterisk symbol will it will do, what is the value at 0th index, what is the value at the first index, what is the value at the second index, it will execute in this process. So with the help of pointer you can trace complete array variables as like this. It will print the values, and I have told you the meaning of this p plus I. This is the important thing that you have to understand here, that you need to understand. So I hope it is clear to all. I already told you p plus I and pi, this one, both are the things are same. Here we are accessing the index value of ith index value. Either you can write it by using the plus symbol. If a of I you have written, you can write here a plus I. Both are the same things, equivalent. Okay, no need to confuse. Next we have decrement operator, as like the same thing that we have already discussed. It will take 2 byte for 32-bit, 64-bit के लिए 4 byte. So now we are taking an example. Same thing here. 64-bit. We are taking an example here for 64-bit memory space architecture. So how many what amount of memory space is it will take? 4 byte. So same example, just we are doing here different -1. This -1 will decrement the address by 4 here, because 64-bit we are taking OS, right? So what it will do, this is the address. Let's assume this is the address. It will decrement it by 4. It will become 296 here, right? You are decrementing it by 1. By default it will decrement by 4 byte, because size of the pointer in 64-bit architecture OS is 4 byte, right? So next we have addition, like pointer addition. How could you add the pointer addition? Here 32-bit, it will take how much size? 2 into number. whatever is the number you are taking, 4 into number. So how can you take the example is shown here. Same 64-bit architecture we are taking over here. Pointer, number is there, P is having the address of the number, printing the P address first here, then we are adding here 3. Now what its mean 3? Adding the 3 to the pointer variable here. You are adding the 3 to the pointer variable. It's not the normal variable, you are incrementing it by 3. No. One pointer value, if you are doing +1, how many space it will take? I've already told you, 4 byte. So if you are adding 3, then how many space it will take? 12 bytes it will take, right? So whatever is the address of P, it will increment it by 3 here. So 300 is there in the last, let's assume this is the address, so it will become 312 here, right? So if you are adding 3 here, it will update it by 12 bytes, it will update it by 12 bytes, yes, because if you are adding 1 space load, that means you are adding the 4 bytes memory allocation in case of pointer. So make a note of this thing. I hope it is clear. You are adding 1, 2, 3 or anything you are adding. Just remember one thing, if you are adding 1, it will become 4 byte equals in case of pointer, nothing else. Next is like same thing I have declared here, like 2 into 3, 2 into this one is the example now that we have already taken. 64-bit, 4 into number. How many number we have taken? Like 3 value we have taken. 4 into 3, 12 is there. That is the only concept here, right? So next we have subtraction. Same thing in the subtraction also. Same thing is here. You can see these things. Content is almost same here. This problem is there. Like in this problem, 64, the same 64-bit. This particular line is changed, -3. According to what should be there? According to you, what should be there? Just think first. Whatever is the address of the P, it will do decremented by 3. Now, in case of pointer, you are decrementing in the pointer. 1, if you are decrementing by 1, how many bytes it will taking, reducing 4, right? In case of 3, how many bytes it will take? 12 bytes. So, do the subtraction. Whatever is the address, do the -12 here. That one, whatever you get, it will be the address of P variable, right? So, next what we have? It was all about the arithmetic operators on the pointers, right? This is the explanatory part for the subtraction. This one is another example of the subtraction where you are subtracting one pointer from another pointer here, right? So one pointer is there, 2 pointers we have taken. Pointer P is having the address of I, and temp is also another pointer we have taken, and we are trying to pass P to the temp. That means whatever is the value of P, address of P, we are passing it to the temp address. So what we are doing, incrementing it by 3, that means +12 will be there, right? So whatever is the value of P, in which we have to add the +12 bytes, right? So what it will print here? First, P value. What will print here at the place of P? Let's assume P address is this, right? What we have done here? Minus symbol. It will show you the minus symbol just. What we have next? Temp. In temp, what we have? P value. So same value, like temp value. Now, at the first thing, we have 5080, right? After doing the minus temp, what we have in the temp here? In the temp we have 1030585068. That means 12 bytes reduced here. 12 bytes reduced here. And P minus temp, what it will take here? Like if you are doing like P here and this one value is there, after subtracting P minus this, what byte it will come? 3. So that means you have subtracting it by 3. So this is an example to subtract one pointer from another pointer. If you will do minus here, whatever you will get here, like P value is updating here. We are taking the P value. Temp we have already stored previous value. After adding the 12, what is the value? Like this one is the original value that P have, but we have updated this value by 3 by doing the plus. Now we have done the plus here, so by doing plus, after storing the previous value into temp having the original value right now, but we have incremented it by 3. That means plus 12 we have added. So after 68 if we are adding the 12 here in 68, what we will get here? 80. So now what is the value of P? This 5080. So 5080 minus 68, what we will get here? 3. So that is the example. I hope it is clear to all. Next thing that we have here, illegal arithmetic operators. If you will try to operate on the addition, like if you are adding some address into some address, it is totally illegal. These are the illegal operators that you cannot apply on the pointers case. You cannot add the two addresses because you cannot operate on the memory. Memory is self-operated, like a user cannot do anything in the memory address, so you cannot change it, you cannot add it, you cannot multiply it, okay, you cannot divide it, you cannot take the remainder, so you cannot perform any of the arithmetic operation, this one, on the address of the pointer. So whatever is the address, memory address, you cannot operate the operations on the address of the memory, so it is totally illegal, so even no need to try it. So in sometimes what happened, if you are solving like previous assignment question that you have, like you are doing the incrementing plus and minus in the address, that will become totally wrong. It is important to know, like first you have, like if it is written p plus plus pointer, this is like I'm writing it fairly here, this line. So it may possible first you will trace the value of the p, then you are doing incrementing it, this is wrong. Now you need to decide the priority of the same thing here, right? First you have to increment the p value, whatever is the address, do the increment, like whatever is stored here, 300 is there and integer values is there. Next memory place is 302. You don't need to write here 301. You cannot do it plus and minus by 1 because we are taking integer. Then we are just tracing the memory slots that is taken by the integer variable. After 300, what we have 302. So at 302, what we have the value, it will taken by it, right? So just decide these things and then after take the decision. Just track on the each and every statement here, right? So next we have pointer to functions in the C. So how to use a pointer, like how a pointer can point to a function. So declaration of the pointer variable must be the same as the function, first thing. This is the declaration of the function. So next thing what we are doing here is in the main, we are just taking here int, same declaration should be same now. This is a pointer variable, so we are declaring it as like same as we have the function here. There is no any parameter in the function, we are not taking here any parameter, and here we are taking the pointer here, right? What is the pointer? PTR is consist of address of addition. So what is addition? Addition is our function here, right? And what is the result here? Whatever we are getting here through this address, indirectly we are performing the addition operation, addition function, and whatever the result you will get, it will store to the PTR. And PTR consists of what? Address of this particular thing, and pointer will show you what is the value after executing this function. This pointer will give you the as a result. So sum is stored in the result here. So what is the addition function? Addition function, what how it will execute? Actually compiler always go to the main, it will like allocate the memory for the result, right? Result, and next memory it will allocate for the PTR, right? So PTR is having the address of addition. So addition is a function that having the memory space here some, right? So that memory place, this PTR is indicating this particular place. Any change will happen here, then it will come to no to the PTR also, right? So at the place of n% addition, whenever this particular function will call as like this, it will go to the addition function wherever it is declared, this one. Now what it will do, A and B are the memory slots, and here we are passing the address value of A and B and doing the addition. For example, we have taken 10 and 15 as an example. What it is returning as a 25, where it will return, it will return here it will return 25, and this 25 will store in the result value, the variable. So it will print here the sum is what is stored here in the result, it is 25 here, right? So it will print 25 as the resultant value, and after that it will come out of the program. So in that manner you can use the pointer to the functions. So same thing, we can use the pointer to the array of the functions also. To understand this concept, we need to go through with the arrow functions. If you know the concept of arrow function, it will become easy to you. This one is example here that is shown here. So first thing, we have declared here some functions without any parameter. Then one parameter is there. Then pointer variable is there. Then double pointer we have taken. If you are getting this particular problem, you are getting the complete array concept actually. This one is the very interesting problem. One interesting problem that I have given you as an assignment, and this one is also an interesting problem. If you are getting these two problems clearly, that means pointer concept is very clear to you. Okay, so just make a note of this thing. So in the result here int is result one is there, some array index values at 0th value show is there, one value show add is there. What is the show and show add here? The functions here. So we are using what? Array of functions. These are the array index values. At the array index value, what we have? Functions here. So at 0th index we have show function, at first index we have show add function. And what it is doing? PTR is a pointer, and what is it is having? It is having the address of array. So PTR is denoting the indexing of array 0 at 0th index, first index. So what is there in the 0th index? Function show, function first index show add function. So what we are doing, array of functions, we are showing the functions at array index values and pointer to arrays. So we have the pointer to denote or to point the array here, which is pointing to the address of the array. So what will be there as a result one? Double pointer we have used here. Why is it so? PTR as a double pointer we have used here. In the same manner, why we have done this particular thing will indicate, like first it will go to the PTR. What PTR have? Array address. So array address at the 0th index, first it will go. So PTR will go at the 0th index, what it is having? Show. So now it will go to this particular part where show definition is there. Int a is there 65, it is doing the increment here in a. Then it will come here 60. At that particular time, what it will return? 65, because we are same time we are doing increment and same time we are returning. So it will not do the increment like 66 because it is post increment here, right? So make a note of this thing also. So what it will return here at the 0th index, it will return 65 here, right? So now 65 is there. Now array 1. Now it will increment the index value. What is at the index value 1? Show add. Now it will go to what? Show add function from here. Show add function here. What it will have? Int b. What is the value of b here? It will print like adding 90 to the value returned by show d. So what is the value of b? Whatever you are passing plus 90 it is doing. That means 65 that we are passing as a answer and 90 will add over here. So what it will become? 155, and it is printing here as it is. This is 155 here, right? So int b, we are returning it as like a wait. We are returning it over here as a result 1 value. So it will here store it into the result 1, and after that it will print like printing the value of returned by show in result 1 comma, like same thing we are doing here with the result 1 here. So we are doing how it will execute. PTR plus 1, whatever is the value here, like first you have to plus 1, then you have to find the value at that location, then again you have to find the pointer, like apply the pointer. So make a note like how you can evaluate these type of pointer functionalities with arrays, with array of functions, with functions. So just practice a lot on these things, you will get the better clarity also. So it was all about the pointers concept. In next lecture we will discuss about the strings, how you can use the strings with array how can you array of the strings, how you can use the array of strings with the help of pointers. So it will be your last topic from according to your syllabus. So after that we will discuss some important questions from your subject. Unit wise we will discuss the important question from university exam point of view, so that will help you in revision also. So in next lecture we will discuss the last topic of your syllabus, that will be like pointers to array of function, array of strings, pointers to array of strings. So stay tuned with the lectures, and thank you, have a nice day.